My longtime secretary of 28 years is taking care of her father, but he just fell over the holidays trying to do too much at once, broke his arm and his leg. He's 80 some years old, he's in rehab. We've got to figure out how to get him the right kind of care now, how to pay for it, and who's going to actually provide that care. Sammy Rossi, who is my senior paralegal on this long-term care side of our practice, really worked with our families to help them make these decisions on where to get help, how to pay for care, and how to handle the legal decision making. So folks are getting their ducks in a row early before it's too late. Well, one of the first things that folks need to get under control are powers of attorney. We need powers of attorney so that when a parent loses the ability to participate in decision making, then the spouse or the kids can make those decisions. So we find that oftentimes there's a power of attorney out there, but it's inadequate. It's an old one, and it doesn't have all the right stuff. What we really need is a power of attorney that's got about 500 horsepower, not the, fill in the blank power of attorney that so many folks have used that has about 80 horsepower. So powers of attorney are a great start. People need to know that when a family member is in a nursing home or about to go into one, it's not too late to save assets from complete loss to the nursing home charge, which can generally run $6,000 to $8,000 a month. So a lot of folks we find are confused about that. They think, game over when somebody has to go into a nursing home. They just have to get down to that $2,000 level before they can get themselves qualified for care through Medicaid, which is the state and federal program that helps pay the nursing home bill when folks run out of money. So through the proper type of crisis planning, we can really help families put funds aside to help with extras for the family or make sure that the parents actually have some money to leave as an inheritance for their children and their grandchildren. About an hour, and we can pretty well figure out what the lay of the land is and whether we can help and what the issues are. Well, the two biggest benefits are government benefits. One's called Medicaid, which I alluded to just a couple of minutes ago. That's the program that helps pay for the cost of long-term care in a nursing home when folks have run out of money. The other benefit that's really important is called aid and attendance. It's a veterans benefit that's available to veterans and their spouses if they have a disability that's a non-service connected disability. So it can be a disability such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, just plain old age. So in other words, to get this veterans benefit, you didn't have to take any shrapnel in the backside or a bullet in the gut to get this benefit. It's not a service-related disability, it's a non-service-related disability. And we found that most vets out there don't know it's available. And it can pay up to $2,000 a month to help pay the cost of in-home care or assisted living if the need for that type of extra help is out there for vets.
Well, and I take a lot of calls from folks not knowing what to do, especially with the holidays passing. We'll get families who have come into town and mom and dad sounded great on the phone, and now that they're here, they're seeing that they're leaving the stove on or there's some issues and they need help in the home. So they'll call the office, and I'll spend some time on them with the phone, trying to figure out what they need help with. And then we review daily with attorneys and then indicate, how much can we help them, what can we save them, and then I call them back, and then we get them in the office for an appointment.
First objective is to make sure that our family members get the care they deserve and that they're entitled to. Care is number one. Number two, we talk about asset protection because people are afraid of losing their homes, their life savings, and so we show perfectly legitimate legal techniques that are used every day in our office to protect assets so that Medicaid can be obtained sooner rather than later. And so we can save up to 50 to 60 to 70% of remaining assets, which you can do if you know the rules. And that's what we do. We help folks preserve assets. for either their family members or just to have set aside to take care of other needs that Medicaid won't pay for. They won't pay for dental services, they won't pay for hearing aids, they won't pay for a cable TV hookup. That takes extra money, and when people are down to $2,000 and on Medicaid, they don't have the extras. So through good planning, we can always set those dollars aside, if there's still some to set aside, and make the picture much brighter for everyone in the family.